That is sick.
All right, we're here with Arshad. Came second with came second. This is all as prizing. Can you introduce yourself and what deck did you play?
Right, so second place at Nats with Sakuyamon today. We just mashed together those two starter decks.
Yeah. You went to you just started the game, right?
Yeah. We started playing only a couple of weeks ago. Someone's like, "Oh, there's this really nice starter deck," and I was like, "Oh, it looks cool."
Yeah.
And then I saw Sakuya X, like, "Oh, that's the Guna deck. We gotta play that."
Yeah.
But jokes aside, it's been a great tournament. I think we had so many people from Sydney come in. Even the top two, we were both from Sydney, so it's like
Western Sydney represent.
Sydney's strongest
region.
region in the country by far. Our locals did so well. I feel like we have such a strong locals community for Digimon. It's like people play at such a high level. So we got the trophy for second place. These are the prize-winning cards.
Benred and Kazuchi.
Yep.
Rich. And then you got.
And you've got all the other things for from top 16. So you got Morphin and Luga stuff.
Sick.
You get a full set of World Championship promos.
Oh, you got two of them.
Yeah.
Wait, why are they different?
I think it's the same, but they just have the different card at the front.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And you get
event pack. Let's go. Oh no, there's an event pack here.
Yeah, all these.
Oh yeah, cool. And the playmat. Gotta show us the playmat.
Yeah, we get the most important prize.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. And the playmat.
And then we get.
Playmat.
We get. This is for top 32, I believe.
Yeah, yep. A handshake, right? You can give that to me. I was putting you in the group. Yeah, true.
And then we got I believe this is top 2.
Top 3, I think. Yeah. Top 3 playmat Alpha 1. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah. Sick.
I didn't even know what any of the pricing was because
that's not the forefront, and you never expect to get that high to get the pricing, but you got it, man. And now to the deck profile. Ready. All right, we're doing the deck profile, Arshad. How do you feel? Going good.
Good. Hasn't really sunk in yet.
Yep.
Might have to think about it for a little bit longer, but it was great. It was a great tournament.
Yeah.
I think we all did quite well. I think everyone got some wins under their belt.
Yeah.
Some people, Dylan, Ethan missed out by just a little bit.
Yeah.
But today we made it to the finals. Unfortunately, not quite over the line.
Yeah.
Not going to Japan, but we did really well.
Yeah. So you're playing Sakuyamon, right? What were your Swiss matches yesterday?
Yeah. So round 1 was Blue Green Imperial, which I did lose to. Not quite switched on in the morning. Just game 1, went into a blocker, forgot it was a blocker. Game 2, BT16 Peldramon.
Does things, does it thing, yeah, exactly.
But things got better since then. After that, it was Galaxy Toolbox. You kind of just keep stunning their Tamers so they don't get that free value. And they did, when they went into their Invisi, they did flip up an Amethyst Mandala, so they kind of got screwed over a little bit there. But
did they just oh shit?
Yeah. Game 3 was against a system on security control deck. It was an interesting deck, but really, once you get Amethyst Mandalas loaded in, you don't really care about security bombs anymore. You just swing, and if you hit an X program or something, you just protect it. Then we ran into...
Do you have it on your phone? Yeah.
Round 4 was the Korean matchup. They bricked a little bit. The matchup is really just who gets their Mandala in security faster. You pretty much are in a strong position.
Was that a 2-0 or?
Yeah, that was a 2-0. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Round 5 was Gil Levia.
Yep.
Round 1, I kind of just got Gil Levia.
Yeah, it does purple things, yeah.
Game 2, I was able to outspeed him actually. I got the full OTK. And game 3, opponent milled himself out. He was a little bit unlucky. He hit plugins in the security. But I had enough blockers. I just had enough going on. Yeah. He milled himself out, passed over turn with a scramble. I was about to bottle it, because I'm like, how do I get rid of my bodies? But then he had an unsuspended Levia for me to swing into, so we were all good there. Round 6 was Hoodie Loop. Game 1, I just outsped. Game 2, he was faster than me.
And looped you.
And then game 3, I was faster than him.
Yeah. So it just went back and forth, back and forth.
That's really just how that matchup goes.
Yeah.
Round 7, Purple Hybrid. That was only a 1-0. We went to time game 2.
Yes.
Round 1, I had a lot of control. It wasn't a problem. Game 2 was a little bit tougher. I was struggling to find pieces, and he had a lot of good tempo. Uko into Uko into Uko, Koichis and everything. He technically had lethal, so I had 2 blockers and no security. He had 2 bodies and something to push out a raising. He just took a game action before he pushed out a raising. He just missed it. So got a bit lucky there. He hit into the blockers and he just didn't have anything else to do. And that was turn 3.
Yeah.
So I took that 1-0.
Yeah.
Round 8 was Jesmon. I lost that one 2-1. Jesmon, that was also another top cut player. I lost the first one. Again, it's another matchup where it's like he got his pieces first, he won. Second game, I was faster, I won. And then third game, it got really close, but then he just had like 8 bodies on the board, and so
yeah, fair. And then top cup.
Top cut. Round 1 was Zafaga. Bit of a
that was
surprise to see. Yeah,
so
Zafaga.
these will be on stream if you want to watch it. I'll probably link it somewhere, like on the tax stream or whatever. But yeah, so how was that?
Yeah, very favorable matchup for Sakuya because you just stun everything they have. They're not
it's not immune by.
They're only immune to Digimon effects. So most of your options.
There's just options like go well against it. So
Just one nervous moment where they blocked my token, it died, and they gained a bunch of memory from their inheritables. But we did have enough to keep turn and finish up. Round 2 was a Gil Rush variant.
Yeah. It's it's the exact same list as the first place list, just because they're part of the same group and everything. So yeah, how did that go?
It was just typical. He was faster round 1, and then game 2 and 3 I just got there faster. Round 3 actually I just went maid mode. I went more maid mode control instead of trying to OTK. So we just control the board with maid mode. They don't really have a way to fix their memory, so we're always trying to choke them to 1 or 2. They might have boosts and trainings, but when you got the maid mode and 2 mandalas up, you really don't care about any of that. Because they go into Levia, they try to pop, you get rid of 1 mandala, they try to pop again, you just do the second one, so it's all good. Round 3, Red Hybrid.
That was on stream as well.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Red Hybrid because the blue plugin really just doesn't let them play.
if you, I'll probably maybe put some snippets of like that that thing, try to find it. But you just kept on stunning all his tamers and everything.
Like he had
that was so.
tamers
I'm so sorry. And you started looking at like which one to think.
Like I was looking at them as if I wasn't gonna just stun all of them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe a little bit of time wasting there. Probably didn't need to do that.
But just to make sure, so they're not either getting
just
memory
in case I'm one blue plugin short, I want to make sure I sequence that one correctly. Because you don't want him to keep swinging the Takuya that plays Tamers out for free, or the ones that give him plus memory. Game 2 though, he went into Gotsu. The turn that I had potential lethal. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the out. There are a couple of outs to Gotsu, I just didn't have them in hand. So no tokens means no kill. Then finally, obviously, in the final, really rough. Deck was treating me really well up until.
And then it just got stage fright, right?
It just everything fell apart. Game 1, no rookie for the first 3 turns. I had to turn. Oh,
you versus Gil Rush again in the finals.
Round 1, I had to hard slam Amethyst Mandala. Didn't draw rookies for a long time. He had a really good turn and killed me from I think 5 or 6 securities. So that was pretty crazy. Game 2, really unfortunate. Again, I struggled at the start, but I was able to really claw myself back. Where I had lethal, but unfortunately I didn't have a option card in hand to unsuspend Sakuya X at the end, which I loaded into one of the Rikas at the start of the turn. So. We unfortunately missed lethal to push to game 3. There's no time limit for the grand final, so we would have been able to finish round 3 regardless. But unfortunately, we couldn't push it all the way to the last round. But I felt, given the start that I had in game 2,
you were very surprised that you lasted that long. I guess
the fact that I was able to get to a point where I can win the game, I'm really happy with. It shows that I think I've really improved on how I play.
Definitely, and congrats, man, again. So onto the deck list. Put it the other way, Sick. Yep,
Alright, so yeah, we'll start with the 4 eggs.
Yep.
So these are just, so this deck is pretty much just the, sorry?
Upside down.
Oh yeah. The eggs you mean?
Yeah. No, like this. Like so facing different, yeah.
Yeah, so,
So running.
yeah,
4.
so yeah, we're running 4 of the same egg.
Yep.
So pretty much every single card you'll see is from the starter
Yeah,
deck.
so,
Here,
so this is a starter deck.
Yeah.
You won with a starter
yeah,
deck.
basically.
Yeah.
Well, advanced starter deck, but like still starter deck.
Yeah, true.
So eggs very important for playmaking. So whenever you use one of the new option cards, it has to specifically be the new ones. Your whatever your stack is can digivolve for a reduced cost of 3 into anything. So this is ideally how you go from Tamer into Sakuyamon to keep turn and do your play. So very important egg. The other egg that Sakuyamon has is when you play options you draw, but I think the deck has enough draw power from other ways where you definitely want the free Evo. So
Like you just put it like this.
Right.
Yeah, like upside, like yeah, and just take it.
we'll start with these rookies first. So EX2 Renamon, a reprint that was in the starter set. So it is a searcher. On play, you reveal top 4. You get 1 Digimon and 1 Rika. This isn't our primary searcher though. The reason we play this is because of the inheritable, where whenever you play an option, you gain 1 memory.
Yeah.
This really helps you extend your turn because you usually need that 1 extra memory.
I mean, this is kind of like the forefront, like the Renamon you want to put in raising.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for the inheritable.
You want to see this turn 1, maybe turn 2 to put into raising, and like we go and you ideally don't want to search because this whiffs on Amethyst Mandala.
Yeah, just whiffs on like a lot. Yeah, just whiffs on all your plug, like all the things. Yeah.
The best searcher in the deck by far.
Renamon,
BT17 Renamon.
Yep.
On play, reveal top 3, 1 Digimon and 1 Rika all option. So this gives you access to Amethyst, training, scramble, whatever. Like you can literally get any card that you want with this option. The inheritable does come up. Security attack -1. If you can't really remove the board completely, you can do this. We did have an issue in round 1 where I used this on the Zephaga player stack, and there's Zephaga with sec +1, still did 2 checks, so it was sort of on me for kind of forgetting that he was on sec -1. It didn't change the game state in that instance, but yeah, it's a useful inheritable to have. Not quite as good, but you want to just be hard slamming this as soon as you get it. Finally, the starter deck Renamon, we only run 2.
Which I think is like is like the common. Yeah. So
it's 1 or 2 is the optimal for this. I think I'm running 2 because I just want 10 rookies. 9 feels a little bit bricky. I mean, I bricked even with 10, but the extra rookie helps. The barrier is a really nice inherit because Amethyst Mandala doesn't protect you from deletion by battle, so you want the barrier in your stack. The on play, it's not come up today, but yesterday, when I had enough memory, you just hard slam this, fetch back the blue plugin, and start stunning things again, or Amethyst Mandala, whatever you need. So, very useful card, but you only really need 2 of them. The 4-off QB. This is from the starter deck as well. So, again, one of the best, another really, really strong card.
Yep.
So when moving, so like when you're pushing this out of the breeding area, you search top 3, get basically anything in the deck.
Yeah. So like this just gives you another search. Like you can just stay in raising, so you can just so you can stay protected and then just set up your stuff. So this
was one of the most important cards that I ran because so many times I'm able to just go into this level 4 in raising without losing out on anything. You just go into this in the back, push out, you get your search, and you're good to go. So really, really strong card. When moving is an amazing effect.
Which I think they're going to be printing more because when moving is such that's a kind of like probably the new keyword or like one of the new like kind of mechanics going into the new set like in the future. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of
really good. You can keep your level 4 in the back. You don't have to commit to pushing out.
Right. Because a lot of times like in the past metas like raising out a rookie, and then if you don't see the level 5 after the fact, or you have to pass turn with the level 4 feels kind of bad. So having these when moving to kind of search and kind of stay protected and all that is like really good. And barrier as well. So
Yeah, another 4 barrier in the stack, very important.
Yeah.
So we're running 3 BT19 QB.
Just
I originally had this at 4, but I cut to 1 because you have a lot of search, and this isn't really the QB you want to see too much. You'd rather see this one. This is really good. If your turn 1 Rena Searcher happens to live, you can go into this for a free Rika. So it's more situational. Even the Inherit is nice. You can pop. This is one of the outs to Gotsu. If you have this in the stack, you play an option next to the Gotsu, and you're free to do your plays. But just 3 of this is fine. You'll notice that the ratio for Digimon are going to be a little bit less than a lot of other decks because we need a lot of room for the options.
Yeah, of course.
But 7 level 4s is fine, especially because you mainly want to see this one anyway.
Yeah.
Another starter deck card, Tamer, really, really good. So when digivolving, it's basically like the old pause plugin where you -3 and stop when digivolving effects from triggering.
Yeah, basically we put pause plugin onto the card.
Yeah, exactly. Ace threat, not as big as maybe it was in the past, but it's still really good to just shut down the ace threat with this card. Another cool tech that I literally found out today while playing in one of the games is that you just slam this on if your opponent has a medieval, stop them from using when digivolving effects, and now their medieval kind of just does nothing for the turn. So that probably won me that game, to be honest, being able to just, because like you might be giving them a lot of memory, but they really can't do much. And then the when attacking is amazing. You can use any option, and that includes Amethyst Mandala as well. You can play it from your hand or from under one of your Tamers. And this is sort of what...
just before, not any option, it's just the plugin option
the one with the
traits.
Yeah, all the new options,
Yeah, just new options,
This pretty much kickstarts all your plays because it triggers all of your inheritable effects and everything. So it's really, really good.
Yeah,
and so good, in fact, that we only run one other Talmon. And that's only so that...
Because it's limited.
Yeah. We'd probably run... It'd be hard to fit more in.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe... Yeah. But... This does a similar thing. So when digivolving, we play any option with the cost reduced by 2. So
this is limited, right?
Yeah, this is limited.
Yeah. So it's limited for a reason.
This was really good, obviously, back in the day when you just play out scrambles and
do all that stuff.
From
turbo into remote and shit like that. And fold around.
It's still decent situationally. It's really just there as like an extra level 5 in case you
How
miss
often
out.
did you go into this one?
Only when I just didn't have the other Talmon. A couple times, because unfortunately, you don't really want to go into this because this Talmon's end of inherit is end of attack, you unsuspend.
Just to help with like the OTK or like if you're playing the game.
This build is trying to do like be aggressive and try and kill really fast, so this doesn't really help much with that. But it's an extra level 5 just in case. Probably the heart and soul of the deck, well, along with the options, Sakuyamon Ace. So really, really good card. When digivolving, it plays a blocker token, 6k DP, and then you're able to use one of the new trait options for free from hand or Tamer. And then it has it when attacking as well. So you can do it the turn you evo into it if you're blast evoing into it, and then next turn you have the when attacking too, which actually did come up. The fact that you can also just slam this down for its full cost, get Amethyst Mandala in security, play a blocker token, has come up probably... I knew it was good, but it's come up like almost every single round I've had to do that. And it comes back to the fact that we don't play a lot of Digimon in general, so there are times where you just need to be a little brave and be like, I'm going to slam the Sakuya Ace,
true.
Get the Amethyst in, and just have them deal with the board. So really, really good. You don't really get to blast Evo a lot nowadays, but it's happened a few times. The turn that I did play this into a medieval, I was able to blast into this, play the token, and obviously medieval can't really deal with it because it's blocked out. A more sort of control option, you have the maid mode. So we're running 2 of the starter deck maid mode. So when digivolving, you can play an option as well. No, this one doesn't spawn tokens, but instead it has the old turns where whenever you play an option or your security is removed from, your opponent's lowest DP Digimon goes to the bottom of their security and you trash the top. So it's so versatile as a control card. a really good use case that I had out of it was opponent's board had 2 Guildmons and a Levia. They attempt to remove this. We trashed the 2 Amethyst Mandalas to neg 9 the 2 guilds and then take out the big body. So
wow, yeah.
It's so much versatility. You do have to, I think in my testing, I would forget about the fact that it targets lowest DP. Yeah. So I have run into trouble, thankfully before Nats, where I go into this thinking I'm going to remove a body, but then, I remember, it's only the lowest DP. So that is something you need to keep in mind. But it is an alt turn, so you pass turn with maid mode, and your opponent really has to deal with it. If they don't have Digivolve, then they'll have to really find another really good out.
Yeah, definitely. Next card.
We'll move on to now Sakuya X. So this is the starter deck reprint, so it's all like gold and shiny, but it's a really, really powerful card. When Digivolving, it plays out a Rosh token as long as you have Sakuyamon in your stack. And then the ability that really lets you OTK is that whenever any of your Digimon attack, so it doesn't even need to be itself, you can play out the Rosh token, attack with that. You use an option for free to unsuspend any of your Digimon. So really important for the OTK. This can help you kill from even 5 security if you have the right setup. Really big moment in the final as well where I didn't have the option in hand because it cannot play Amethyst Mandala. It's only 5 cost or lower. So with that option, we would have had lethal on board there, been able to unsuspend, go for turn. But just unfortunate misplay at the start of the turn. But again, really, really important card. And then with that, we run one of Nayabutmon, the only non-starter deck card, I believe.
So why do we play this?
So its effect is that it plays out puppets. We don't really run any puppets in this deck, but the reason is because of the overclock trait. So overclock lets you sacrifice a puppet, or like you delete a puppet or a token to attack with this Digimon without suspending. So the idea is that you clear 5 security, evo into this, you just delete any one of your tokens to overclock the game. So that's really why, that's the only reason we have it. It's sort of your Blitz Omni type of deal.
For the yellow.
Yeah.
Did this come up often? Like, did you use this a lot to end games, or how?
I've only ended 1 game over 2 days with the Nayabutmon. So it didn't come up, unfortunately, too much, which is why I made the decision to keep it at 1. Because I have seen some lists that run 2. But I think 1 is fine enough because the way I tend to play is that I usually try and do an early chip, get them to 4. Because like from 4 security, you can kill without the cat. The cat's only there if you need to kill from 5.
And then, so you see some people like running like Ruin mode, right, instead of the Nayabutmon. Like, why did you choose this one over the Ruin mode?
I was also running Ruin mode in some of my original builds. And Ruin mode is really good into some matchups. It kind of, like decks like Omni that can't really do much without the rookies on the board. It's really good, but again, the version I kind of lent towards is the more aggressive OTK version, so I'm not too concerned about my opponents playing the game much, because I'm trying to end as quickly as possible anyway.
Definitely.
And Ruin mode, it is a little bit awkward because if I'm passing turn on Ruin mode, you lose access to Amethyst Mandala, and if your stack happens to have the ace in it, well, as soon as you attack with Ruin mode, you're kind of cooked. You lose 4 memory. I think Ruin mode is better if you probably run more maid modes, less aces, and just play the more control variant. That's all the Digimon. So first Tamer, Searcher, Rika. Pretty good Searcher. So on play, you reveal top 3, get 1 Digimon, 1 plugin. Unfortunately, she does miss Amethyst Mandala. So the way we would optimally play this is try and search with this Renamon and not use this until you have at least 1 Amethyst in hand, because I did have a game where she bot decked 2 Amethyst Mandalas, and the third one was insecurity, like already face down. So there's really no coming back from that if that happens.
So and then gaining the memory when you use the option.
And the other effect is whenever you use an option, you suspend to gain memory, which is very, very important. It really helps you extend your turns. Another really good Tamer, the starter deck Rika. So her effect is on play and starter main, you put one of the new option cards tuck under to gain a memory and draw. it's a really good start of main because it helps you just draw an extra card, get an extra memory. And then the all turns effect, or the your turn effect, is that when any of your Digimon attack, you can suspend Rika to play out one of the plugins as well. Which doesn't come up a lot because they kind of play the options from the Tamer anyway. So you don't really need it too much, but the starter main is really important. If your opponent hits this out of security, it does trigger the on play. So I have stolen
Which
turns
is
like
fucked
that.
up. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that happen on stream. I'm like, what the fuck?
It happened a few times where you play this, you get one memory back, and then you kind of messed up their turn.
Yeah.
So really, really good as a security. Really good to have starter main. It's just you do want to be careful about getting too muscle. I think the muscle memory kind of got to me with the starter main because you always want to make sure you have one option in your hand to trigger Sakuya X.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to just keep loading everything into this Rika.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you know your opponent has Tamer Hate, you don't want to be loading up Rika at all because they're just going to remove it and you lose everything. Thankfully, it's very playable without having her on the board. Right. Probably the bane of many people's existence. Amethyst Mandala, one of the new options from the starter deck. Yeah, easily the best card in the deck. Kind of makes everything work really. Yeah. So the main effect itself is really good. You get one card draw, and then this goes into your bottom security without having to remove anything. So it's essentially you're going +1 on life every time you play this. And then the face-up security effect, when any of these Digimon, so it doesn't even have to be Sakuyamon, it can even be a Renamon, when they were to leave the battle area by any effect, you trash this to prevent it from leaving, and then when any effects trash, it's -9 to...
activating the security effect to -9, yep.
Yeah, and that's even if your opponents want to trash this card as well, they will trigger the effect.
Yeah.
So this option really hurts a lot of decks because
Sakuyamon for BT24, watch out. You trash this, you're gonna die.
Yeah, because it's just so versatile because like you want to protect your Digimon, you trash this, you -9.
How often were you doing that throughout your games throughout the weekend?
It's come up quite a lot because a lot of the decks I ran into do have mandatory deletion or mandatory bottom decking. I think purple stuff, obviously, they always have to delete things. Even if you need to, for example, sometimes there'll be it was against Galaxy Toolbox where he went into Mirage Galgamon that bounces a level 5. It's forced, like you have to do it. So he had to bounce a Renamon. I trashed the Amethyst, it pops it -9Ks his whole stack and it dies. And with Galaxy, unfortunately, when you lose your stack, you're kind of like, it's kind of game over for them.
Because you have to rebuild and you just invested so much on like that one stack, right?
Yeah, and there's no protection, but even if there was, the DP minus was too much anyway. So in many cases, it's really useful when you know that your opponent is forced to remove bodies. It's also good against... it's just a good deterrent if people want to ace you, for example. So round 1 against Zafarga Ace can go over level 5, but it can also ace on top of other level 6s. So you have a couple of these in your security. They do have to think if they really want to go into the ace because they try to bot deck something. You just -9 their ace stack, right? So. Really good.
And 9K is such like a good number as well. Like it deletes most level 5s if they don't have a DP boost, and it like really messes with like level 6s because they're maybe a 2-fader swing if because they're low, like they're -9K DP. So
And there is some like interesting interaction with purple decks. For example, you have decks like Galgamon where they can DP boost themselves up to 13K, which is the magic number for Permanent Gallant. But they hit this, they lose that 13K condition, so they can't just pop their own stack to go into Permanent Gallant anymore. So you have a lot of use case for this. The other 4-off plugin, almost just as broken.
Which I think is like not common, but for you, why did you put 4 of this one?
Right, so
the high speed plugin H, so
so high speed plugin is whenever you play this, you link to a Digimon, and then one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend. So by itself, it's already really good because it gives your stack jamming, which you do need, because a lot of the times you're going to be swinging without Alliance sometimes. So even though she has Alliance, you can't do that. When you're evoing into Sakuya from Talmon, you can't
with
unlock
that effect and stuff like that.
Yeah. So jamming is really important.
Yeah.
But being able to stun any Digimon, or Tamer it's insane, because sometimes you might not just have the out to the board, right? And being able to just stun their Digimon, stun a blocker, stun a Tamer, for example. Unfortunately, the red hybrid player I went up against, he had 3 Tamers, but I believe 2 of them.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So you can just stun anything, and it gives you a lot of outs to decks that have a lot of blockers.
Yeah. And also stops like decks like Rocks and stuff like that, because they can't suspend the Tamers and everything. Yeah.
It's so good against the memory set it close.
Yeah.
But you definitely want to.
Very, very good stuff. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud.
Some really good usage of this is there's some really good usage you can get out of this. So Jesmons have a system on blocker that when she suspends, she de-digivolves. Obviously, that's just free overflow for them. That's out to that. Obviously, Royal Knights, I didn't come up against them today or yesterday, but if they do happen to have their Omekamon blocker on board, we just stun it and just beat over it. So it's really useful.
Yeah.
I was hesitant about it at 4 initially because I wanted to run more consistency cards, but honestly, I can't complain. I think the only reason I come this far is because I ran 4.
Yeah, fair.
The other option from the starter deck, new option, offensive plugin 5, so only at 2 because it's a bit more situational. You link this and then you delete something with as much DP or less. It's really good for just removing some problematic bodies. Obviously, since it's mandatory deletion, you probably don't want to be doing this into every single matchup. Again, like a lot of the guild decks, for example, you don't necessarily want to be deleting them, so that's not always good. But it's still nice. The link effect is end of turn you can attack, but it honestly didn't really come up at all. It's probably the only effect I haven't used in this deck. Because you're trying to avoid doing that, really. You want to try and keep turn when you're attacking. Because otherwise, most of the decks are like running so many value cards in their deck, right? You don't want to unnecessarily swing, hit Tamers and boosts and things like that. Last 2 cards, we have 1 physical training, 1 yellow scramble. Physical training, just basic searcher, reveal top 2. Most importantly, it does grab Amethyst. It does not grab the other one, but I'm hoping that some of those dual colored trainings, one of them will surely be yellow-blue, so.
Yep.
Yellow Scramble, probably the only one that I'm thinking of bumping to 2, because there are times where you start your turn on 2 memory, and you need to go into Talmon. This is your answer. Scramble into Talmon for 2, gain a bunch of memory from this stuff, and you're good to go. So probably something could probably be cut for an extra scramble, but in terms of consistency, I think it's pretty good.
It worked well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Up until the final, I think it went really well. So yeah, I think pretty much everything here is same usage.
Yeah. Well, congrats again on getting 2nd place with the most starter deck of the game. So why did you choose this deck in particular? Because like I obviously at locals you play a lot of adventure, but what made you like play this one?
Yeah. So in the lead up, adventure was definitely one of my more preferred decks, but I was getting bodied so hard by the top meta decks. I'm like, I'm going to be investing a lot of time and money into going to this trip. Let me play something a bit more competent, try and get a good result. I honestly didn't even have like a placing in mind. I thought maybe if I get through, like 50% win rate would have been like sweet to end off of yesterday. But my first choice was going to be Rocks, but I was just kind of struggling to play it well. So then I pivoted to Sakuya. We really grinded it a lot. Like shout out to everyone from Games Corner. Within the first hour of landing in Melbourne, we were at a cafe playing Digimon.
With these guys,
So
these guys over here.
From Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You did that whole weekend, man.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every night we just playing Digimon over and over again.
Yeah.
We went to Evo Cup the day before Nats. It was Evo Cup day before Nats. We played a bunch of games. So many hours of Digimon.
Yeah. And it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
Shoutouts.
Like, yeah, really appreciate like everyone to the fact that they played so many games with me. Honestly, I think it really made the difference in the way I played today. The fact that I was able to navigate through so many different lines of play. Because like, yes, obviously you have the optimal stack. Like you have this. You do that. I've only ever pulled off this once, and it was during one of our practice runs. But what really makes the difference when you play, I think, in these tournaments, especially when you get up to the top cut, where like, genuinely, if everyone that played there is really, really good,
yeah, of course.
to even get there, you need to play so well. You have to navigate through so many different board states, and when you have such a diverse meta as well.
Yeah.
When you have such a diverse meta, there's no like, there really isn't any one way to play. You have to be able to play in many different ways against many different decks. So
yeah, shout out to the Digicorner.
Yeah. So thank you so much to the Digicorner, everyone here. It's I consider this a team effort. I think it's the Digicorner coming second.
Yeah,
it
is. It is. And good for you to be part of it.
So,
yeah. But
thank you.
Yeah. Congrats again. And great deck list. I'm going to be stealing this.
Yeah.
And your prizing when I beat you. But yeah, thanks
right,
Arshad.
thank
And
you so
congrats
much.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.